All right, welcome to Husker Storm Blog. Like I said in my conference prediction or my bowl prediction video, I said I would have a conference prediction video or a conference breakdown of bowl games. So we're going to look at each conference's slate, who's got the more favorable slate, and what to expect from each conference and my prediction on each conference record. We'll start off with the easiest conference slate, which I think comes from the Pac-12. They're favored in 7 of their 8 games, and if you look at their matchups, you've got Oregon versus Kansas State, which is a mismatch. Stanford Whiskey is closer than people think. USC Georgia Tech should be a mismatch. ASU Navy should be a mismatch. UCLA Baylor should be a mismatch. U of A Nevada should be a mismatch. Washington Boise State, that's where they're the underdog. And Oregon State Texas, that's somewhat of a mismatch. But if the Pac-12 loses 2 games, that would be considered an okay bowl season, considering what games they lose. They're probably going to end up winning both of their BCS bowl games. Now that's huge. If they lose one of those, say it's the Rose Bowl, not a huge deal. I won't slam them for that. But if they find a way to lose 3 bowl games or more, I'm going to have to slam the Pac-12. There's no reason they shouldn't go 7-1. I've got them going 7-1, and they're favored in all their games. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, they're double-digit favorites. So there's no reason they should win less than 6 games. And the SEC's probably got the second most favorable bowl lineup. And I've got them going 8-1. The only one I have them losing is the Gator Bowl, which they could very easily win. They're a favorite in every single one of their bowl games. Now, they did get lucky in the fact that their bowl games against the Big Ten are against teams, at least the Outback Bowl and Gator Bowl, against teams that would not be facing them if it wasn't for the fact of probation. But it doesn't matter. They would probably win those games anyways. There's no reason they should win less than 7 games, and they're favored in their 2 BCS games by double digits, and their 3 biggest games by double digits, and they should have no problem going 8-1. That's my prediction on them. The Big Ten, we're really looking at 3-4 is what I have, which is a great bowl season. That's a great bowl season for the Big Ten. And now, I did call an upset in the Gator Bowl and in the Meineke Car Care Bowl and the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, as the Big Ten was underdogs. They're underdogs in all their games, so for them to come out with 3 wins would be impressive, and if they're able to win the Rose Bowl, that would definitely improve their conference outlook. If they lose all their games, people are going to smear them, but I don't see them. They're going to get at least 1 bowl win. But three's pushing it. If they can get more than 3, I'll proclaim that as the best bowl season in college football. The Big 12, I have going 2-7, which if they go 2-7, they should get slammed by the media. Now, they are favorites in 4 of their 9 games, which is quite low. That means they're underdogs in 5 of their games, and I don't think they win any of their big games. And I don't think this conference is as strong as people thought. but you know, they could have a good showing if they can find a way to win the Fiesta Bowl or the Cotton Bowl, one of those. But 2-7 would be completely disappointing. If they can find a way to split it, go 4-5 or 5-4, that'd be considered a success. And but I think the Big 12 is going to struggle this bowl season. The ACC, I've got going 1-5, and their one wins Florida State. We saw what the ACC did against decent teams, or not decent, against great SEC teams with their, or not great, with some good FCC teams, some great SEC teams, and some of their best teams. They got blown out in all of them. There's only one game where they're two games where the ACC is a favorite. 2 of their 6 games, those being Virginia Tech and Florida State. I think Virginia Tech isn't going to be able to find a way to win. There's going to be at least 3 blowouts, and it's going to be a tough bowl season again. And the ACC, they just suck. The ACC sucks. The MAC. Now, this was a conference people were like, this MAC is really strong. I've got them going 0-7. I don't have them winning a single bowl game. Now, they are favorites in 0 bowl games. 0. They are underdogs in each of their bowl games, and I have them losing all their bowl games. Now, there's some of these games that they can find a way to pull them out. There's a good chance Toledo could pull it out against Utah State. There's a good chance that Ohio could pull it out against University of Louisiana Monroe. Kent State could pull it out against Arkansas State. Bowling Green might be able to pull it out against San Jose State. Central Michigan, can you pull it out against Western Kentucky? I mean, they're not daunting tasks. If they can find a way to win the Orange Bowl, it's a success for the MAC. It's a success, without question. The Sun Belt, I've got going 4-0. That's Louisiana Lafayette, Western Kentucky, University of Louisiana Monroe, and Arkansas State winning all their bowl games. They're a favorite in all those games. I think they win all of them. And all those bowl games are against MAC teams except the New Orleans Bowl, which is against a Conference USA team. So really this is a matchup of Sun Belt MAC. Which one's better? The WAC, they've got 2 bowl games. I got them winning both of theirs. Utah State and San Jose State taking care of business. It would have been better to see Louisiana Tech, the 3rd best team from the WAC, who can score a lot of points, in a bowl game. We're not going to be able to see that. But the WAC, I think they go undefeated in this bowl season. Now look at the Conference USA. They are favorites in 2 of their bowl games, 2 of their 5. And I think those 2 they get a win in. But beyond that, I don't think Rice can pull it out against Air Force. I don't really see Southern Miss having a chance against Fresno State. And yeah, it's Eastern Carolina. They've got an opportunity there, but Conference USA doesn't really have a statement game. So you know, they don't have a whole lot they can prove in this bowl season. The Big East, though, if Louisville can find a way to beat Florida, that'd be huge for them. This conference is better than the ACC. I'll say that their top teams are better than the ACC top teams, but the overall strength of this conference is ridiculously bad. They're favored in only 1 of their games. I've got them winning 2 out of 5, which isn't bad considering the fact that they are matched up against Florida in their biggest game, and that's a complete mismatch. Florida and Louisville in the Sugar Bowl. But if Louisville can find a way to upset Florida some magical way, that'd be a huge win for the Big East and definitely a statement. And otherwise, beyond that, there's not a whole lot they can prove. They've already beat Virginia Tech twice. Cincinnati and Pitt did that. So Rutgers beating them again would be nothing. They play the ACC in 2 of their bowl games. Now, beating Ole Miss, Pitt beating Ole Miss would be, that'd be something to look at. And Syracuse potentially beating West Virginia would be another positive. But there's not a whole lot this conference can do besides the Sugar Bowl. which looks like a complete mismatch. So, my bowl predictions. I've got the Pac-12 and SEC looking at the best bowl seasons. The Sun Belt and the WAC going undefeated. The Big having a better bowl season than people expect. And the MAC not winning a single game. And the Big 12 and ACC completely disappointing. But that's it. I mean, we'll go over the conference, the season after all the championship games are done. Check out my Capital One Bowl, my Fiesta Bowl, and my National Championship previews, as those will be the 3 games that I am previewing. But that's it for Husker Storm's videos, really, for this year. We've got 4 or 5 videos, or maybe 6 videos coming up. Most of them will be at the end of the season or relatively closer to January 1st in those bowl games. But thanks for watching, and go Big Red. Check back later.